Hello, great people. Welcome back to Global Happenings. Today, still talking about PDP River State crisis, and this time around, Fubara has decided to speak about Damagum, where he should be placed, especially considering a lot of things going on about him. And he said that via the office of one of his special assistants. And we're going to give you full details of that in a jiffy. Now, according to the news, the special assistant to the River State Governor, similarly Fubara on electronic media, Jerry Omasogunwa, has called for the removal of acting national chairman of the People Democratic Party, PDP, Umar Damagum. Mr. Jerry, speaking with Punch on Thursday, said that the party must obey the law and that what transpired at the PDP National Secretariat on Wednesday was a disgrace. It's been reported that the media aide to Governor Fubara also criticized Samuel Anyanwu's claim to the office of National Secretary. According to him, Anyanwu forfeited his position when he contested for an elective office. Omasogunwa further blamed Damagum's leadership for PDP's dwindling fortune, stating that since his emergence as acting national chairman, the party has been losing states. And these, I'm going to quote exactly what he said. He said, "For me, the way forward is that the party is a creation of law or the constitution, and if the law has said this person, you have gone out to contest election and you don't have any right to come back, I think that the law should be obeyed to the letter. It is this ideal of self-help, thinking that you can do something on your own in disregard for the law. That is where the problem comes in." Speaking on the law that guides the party, he says that the PDP, as a law-abiding party, ought to have obeyed the court judgment that said Anyanwu is no longer the party's secretary. Because if Anyanwu had gone to another high court where the appeal court that is higher than the high court had given judgment, I think that is an aberration. So if you have appeal at the Supreme Court and you need to do the needful, do it. Then at the end of the day, if it favors you, fine. You come back. If it doesn't favor you, you have lost at the Federal High Court, you have lost at the Appeal Court, so why still grandstanding? For peace to reign, I think Anyanwu needs to be kicked out so that peace can reign. But I also think that Damagum, who is the acting chairman, needs to be thrown overboard like the biblical Jonah because of too much trouble. You can be a witness that since he came in, even some states that are ruled by the PDP have lost it. Same thing that happened to Shumole, and at a time Shumole was kicked out of APC. I think the PDP needs to do that as a way forward so that it can become the formidable opposition that it has always been. That was the position of Fubara via the office of his special assistant to media, and this is quite interesting. Looking some of the things they have pointed out, for me, they're absolutely true. For example, looking at when Damagum come in, the progress in PDP thus far, it has been dwindling. The fortunes of PDP has been dwindling ever since he came on board. He has not won any new state. Some of the states that, at least if you've not won anything, sustained some, he has not. The only thing that is very particular about his leadership is crisis. My colleague is in the house. What's your standpoint on what Fubara has to say right now?
Well, the truth be told, whether Fubara says it or not, everybody knows this is quite glaring for all to see. Even if you will not win any new state, at least maintain status quo. Don't lose any other state, because this is supposed to be a main opposition where you don't turn Nigeria to one party system. If you keep saying that you are not anti PDP and you are not a mole and you are not a night supporter of APC, then prove it by your actions. By your actions in the sense that win the much seats as you can or maintain the ones that have been won. All the elections that have been held, the ones that PDP had before now, were lost to APC. And even at that, you just find Damagum going contrary to some of the constitution of PDP. You see Damagum supporting those who are also in support of APC. You see Damagum, an acting national chairman, hearing someone like Yesom Wike openly and boldly saying that come 2027, I will support the Tinubu-led government, which is APC. And he, Damagum, is an acting national chairman who understands that that statement in itself is anti-party. And there's no code Wike to order. Instead, he's frolicking with Wike and doing the bidding of Wike. You just add the 2 and 2 together, and you understand that this goes beyond trying to play politics. They're playing politics. They're playing Koso, Tombo on the head of PDP. And they will play that Tombo if the stakeholders, the top leadership of PDP do not rise up beyond this Tombo politics they are playing and save the party. It will just go into oblivion. A party that became a Tombo set of people rose up to leadership and turned the party to a joke. Because if it's truly a party that is to be reckoned with, they should find a way of removing any leader or anyone who has found itself in leadership that is hell-bent of bringing down the party at all costs. Fubara notwithstanding, I do know that Fubara, everybody's expecting Fubara to see something, but whether he says it or not, that is the reality that is staring them in the face. And if in all sincerity they do not rise beyond, but already the likes of Ned Walker and a PDP member, strong senator who have always been a party man, has spotted to APC nicely. And of course, nobody will tell him he should lose his seat because there's crisis in PDP right now. So he has spotted. Nobody asked him, why did you pot? And many more. Because they can't continue in this, honestly, on sincerity, they can't continue in this state where they will now go to the main politics itself and face APC and lose their seats. No way. Because by the time politics will go on and they say this Damagum is not the right chairman and this person is not the right chairman, for that reason, even if you win it in INEC, the opposition can come in and say, based on the fact that your Congress was nullified by a court of competent jurisdiction, you have lost your seat. The next person is an APC person. You have lost your seat because of leadership tussle. So why not go quietly to a winning party where you go with your ticket and they should, in all honesty, give you the automatic ticket? But that's another thing. Ned Walker going to APC is not a yardstick. He may go in there when it's time to throw the party. They will throw the party open again, and he will have to recontest to see if he can get back his ticket to become a senator of his constituency. But then again, let's see how it plays out.
All right, thank you so much. I feel that the position of Fubara has been made known, but however, let's just dive into another very critical issue: the NEC meeting. Now, unfortunately, or fortunately, no other internal group has spoken about it. Do you think that Damagum will live up to his promise? Do you think that BOT's word for him is something to go by and he will align with it? Don't forget, he had already pointed some accusing finger at leadership that they are also behind on the crisis. Do you think that he won't at the very last minute give some unnecessary excuses?
With what I'm saying, whether Damagum calls for that meeting or not, or whether Damagum calls for the meeting and decides to boycott it, that's his business. Everybody is waiting for that meeting. But there's something unique that happened yesterday, a few hours ago, where the North decided to call on the PDP Governors Forum, the president, the chairman, that's Bala Mohammed, called for a meeting for the northern region, Kakos, to come in, emergency meeting. All other persons were there, but Atiku Abubakar didn't go. Remember that already Atiku Abubakar is not feeling comfortable with Bala Mohammed, not because in fact, he likes the fact that Bala Mohammed is actually fighting Wike, but he discovered that Bala Mohammed is fighting Wike because he has the intention to run, and he wants Atiku to rest. So the infighting is big. Within the caucus, there's also a caucus. Within the caucus, inner caucus, there's also an inner caucus. In fact, the caucus is broken into pieces. By the time Wike is done, maybe they finally find a way of hoisting out Wike's influence. They still have themselves to contend with. So it's the whole party system is so messed up, really.